Hello and welcome back to Crushing Sounds. My name is Chris. I'm joined by another one of your amazing Bristol Metal to the Masses finalists with the awesome Monochrome. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. How are we all doing?
We're good. We're
Yeah,
good.
pretty good.
It's very hot.
Yeah.
I'm crapping.
Warm.
Let's just get this horrific hot weather out of the way before Bloodstock, if you ask me. Cool. So, first things first, how was Download Festival? I believe some of you were there.
Very
It was
fun.
so good. We were all there except Jay. It was the best download yet for me. It was my fourth
Yeah.
download. And the lineup was so stacked, like we could like barely catch everyone we wanted to see. Like I've missed so many of the bands I was desperate to see just because it was impossible.
Yeah, I've not been for ages to download. I've been a Bloodstock purist ever since, but I was a bit jealous this year, I must say. It looked pretty damn good.
It was really, really brilliant this year.
Yeah, sweet, cool. So let's take things back to the beginning. How did Monochrome come to be?
We all met at Bath Spa Uni. So we all study, well, we've all just finished studying commercial music, just finished our third year. Um, Jay was in the year above us.
Yeah.
So we started off with a different drummer and a different bass player. But me and Al and Josh were in it from the start. I met them on my first night at Bath Spa. Al was wearing a Deftones t-shirt, Josh was wearing a Dark Throne t-shirt, and I just thought, I need to be friends with these people because I wasn't sure if I was going to find many other metal people. So I was very lucky to find those guys.
So how did everyone else come into the fold?
Oh, for
Our,
me,
our original drummer left.
yeah.
And we used to have someone called Zach Sphero in our band, who is in an amazing band called the Spheros.
That name rings a bell.
Yeah.
Super, super
So,
talented guy, like absolutely amazing. And Zach basically hunted Jay down.
he met me at one of the a course organized like social events every so often. It was at one of the socials, I remember, just beer in hand, and he just came up to me like, "Hey, do you want to play in a metal band?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right."
Jay's in a lot of bands, so we were lucky to lucky to get a bit of Jay. And we had another bass player for a long time called Kia, who I lived with in my first year of uni, and we needed a bass player. So I was like, please, 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 please join. But metal wasn't really their thing, so they are doing their own band now called Wicked Ship, and we've got a new bassist in called Joe, who is not here today, but he is an absolute legend. And the lineup is now finally
Yeah.
complete, we feel.
I remember
Yeah.
with Joe, we bumped into him at Burn It Down Festival, and he just like off the cuff offered to play bass for us while I already had a bass player, and I
That he
thought that
just
was a good
came up
selling
and was
point.
like, I really want to join your band if you
Yeah,
need a bass player. And we didn't at the time, but it worked out in the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. That's so bizarre because I actually went to uni at Bath Spa,
No way.
but I dropped out in middle second year to move to Bristol to study music. So basically, where are all the metalheads when I was at Bath Spa?
No, we're it.
Yeah.
There you go. There you
There's,
Few other
there's a couple, yeah.
I think we're lucky to find each other.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
lucky. Yeah.
go. When did you say you were at uni there again?
Me, Al, and Josh have just finished our third year.
Oh, okay.
Started.
So I'd have been one of the mature students then.
What did you?
I studied theatre production, like backstage theatre. Dropped out of that because it's hard.
Yeah, fair enough.
I thought I want to be on stage instead.
Yeah.
So, cool. So, you guys, so you're saying from Bath, so I get take it you're still Bath based. So, first question, what the hell are you doing in my Melt to the Masses? I'm just joking. So, what's the scene like in Bath in regards to rock and metal music?
It's tough, to be honest. There used to be an amazing venue in Bath called Moles
Hmm.
that it was just the right size for us to play. Our course used to host all of its socials there weekly, as well. And then very sadly, Moles closed last year.
Like over
Um,
Christmas time, wasn't
yeah, yeah, it was really unexpected, like just literally overnight it was gone. We played in the week that it closed as well there. And yeah, we still miss it, to be honest, because
it?
it was just a vibe in
It was a
there.
fun venue.
It was
Yeah.
like one of the only frequent play. It was like one of the only places that you could frequently get gigs, and it would always be like really fun. Like
Yeah.
even if you had like five people there, it'd just be a vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot
And
of history as well. There's so many people that played there.
yeah, it was absolutely legendary venue, and the walls were like plastered with all people that had played there before. It was like Ed Sheeran and The Cure, and
Oasis.
yeah, like list so many.
What have they turned moles into now? Like,
Oh, it's a little like smoothie bar now or something.
Health thing.
You can still like walk past and see like, yeah, I remember.
hanging off that bar.
Yeah, it's definitely undergone some changes. There are lots of really great venues in Bath, but not particularly suited to heavier music, unfortunately. But we were really lucky to get to play the Comedia main room
Oh, sweet.
for a uni assessment, actually.
That was an
Yeah. So I was really lucky to get that opportunity because it's an amazing venue.
Yeah, for sure. I remember those metal club nights at Moles back in my day.
It had a name.
Discord.
Discord, that was it. Yeah.
Oh, you're taking me back. I need to go back to Bath at some point. Cool. So I was intrigued because I think your first Instagram post I could find is dated February 2023, but your first single, or at least first I could find, was released in April 24. Was it just a year of solid gigging and writing?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Um,
In our first year as well, we were like figuring a lot out.
yeah,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what genre we wanted to sort of play in, and yeah, I sort of mix and produce all the songs as well, and I wanted to like learn the most I could before we put out our first song, just so it could be like the best as possible. Yeah, we throw away a lot of songs as well, I think,
A
just
lot.
because they're never like what we want them to be. I think Leave It All Behind was like the first thing we were like happy with that we wanted to put out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first. No, actually, it wasn't. I was going to say it was the first song we wrote together, but it's not even. The first
No.
song we wrote together has not been in existence for
I'd-
a very long time.
I'd say that's like the first Monochrome song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was the first one we were like, this is it.
Yeah.
It's a banger. But yeah, it still took us a long time to. We're just such perfectionists, like to the point where we just sit on things like for ages
Yeah.
until we feel like we can put it out and not hate it.
Yeah, I think definitely pays off though, because your stuff sounds production-wise incredible, like really, really impressive. It sounds sick. But let's do the elevator pitch part of the interview. Fucking hell. How would you describe the sound of Monochrome for people who've yet to check you guys out?
It's we say metalcore as a broad term, but we all know that metalcore is like that can mean so many different things in this day and age. But it like Monochrome is all about like blending extremes. So like two of our biggest influences as bands are Meshuggah and Cocteau Twins, who don't sound like at all
Yeah.
the same. But I feel like when you say that to people, they kind of go like, oh yeah, I kind of like get it. We're super into like the 90s, and just like blending like massive sounds, even though they have like no similarities like whatsoever, and just taking everything as extreme as it can possibly be.
Cool. I think on your Instagram you call it ambient metalcore. I mean, I love diving into the nitty-gritty of what makes every single subgenre of heavy metal completely different from anything else. So fuck it, let's throw ambient metalcore on the pile, why don't we?
I feel like metalcore doesn't like. I didn't want to give the wrong idea. It's like vague and specific enough.
Yeah, just
No, it's not that.
yeah, we'll go on Wikipedia in 10 years' time. It'll say ambient metalcore pioneered by bands like Monochrome.
That would be awesome.
Brilliant, cool. So, being still a relatively young band, do you still feel like you're developing that sound, or has it moved into what you feel like is fully formed?
I think we've definitely gotten closer to what we want to sound like, but there's a lot of kind of growth that we want to do and experimenting that we haven't sort of tried yet. And yeah, like every time we have a new song, there's like a new part of it that's like a little bit more challenging to play for all of us and kind of explores like a little bit more of like the metal genre. And
yeah, I'd say that's one thing I really love about being in Monochrome is I like always feel like I have to like learn something new, and like we're all like really pushing.
Every new demo, I find myself like with a new challenge of just trying like, how can I make that sound How can I back that to make it sound the best it can?
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like we're moving closer,
Yeah.
like all the time to where we want to be. But like I say, we are such perfectionists, and I don't think we're ever like 100% satisfied with anything.
We always need to tune lower as well.
Yeah.
Every song.
hmm Yeah, that seems to be the never-ending goal of metalcore, especially these days. Is can we tune any lower?
Yeah, we are we are those guys.
If in doubt, add more strings. So let's get on to the main event, as it were. What inspired you guys to go for Metal to the Masses this year?
We actually competed in Metal to the Masses Somerset
Okay.
last year and like had an amazing time. But we didn't make it to the final. Um so we thought we'd go for Bristol this year as it is a bit closer for all of us. Saw the lineup, thought what the actual fuck? Like we are screwed because there's so many like absolutely insane bands on the lineup. Just getting to attend Bloodstock even, it's such an amazing festival. And I feel like Metal to the Masses as well, it's such a unique kind of asset for a festival that size to have that is like so involved with like venues and small bands. And it's so valuable in that way. And we've met so many amazing people along the way. So like even if we don't win, even if we didn't make it to the final, it would have been like absolutely worthwhile to have just been a part of this and meet everyone and get to play like an amazing stage in front of an audience that is so into supporting smaller bands and smaller venues. It's a very cool community.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, my guys are in it again, and we've never won it either, but we absolutely love meeting all the other bands that are doing it, basically. Just doing shit like this, it's just
Yeah.
awesome. We love doing it every single year. I mean, we want to win. We really, really want to win, but we also would miss it if we couldn't do it
Yeah.
again, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I can totally understand that. We've honestly had like such an awesome time this year in this competition. It's been so sick. And everyone is so amazing as well.
Yeah, this is one of the most stacked finals I've seen in the Bristol Metal Masters in a very fucking long
Yeah,
time.
it's
Has
amazing.
put the fear of God in me a little bit, I must say. But I remember you guys standing out to me personally right from the word go, for everything from your live shows to your production, your socials, your all of that. It just screamed very mature professional band to me. I remember when I was looking through all the bands that were announced right at the beginning of this whole thing, and I was telling the guys in my band, it's like Monochrome are like an actual band. I mean, I know we're all bands, but they're like an actual band. Was that is that like level of like I don't know, not professionalism, but like the way you present yourselves like a fully functioning band? Is it something you strive for right from the beginning? Did you pick that up from your uni course, perhaps?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think like
Very disciplined.
yeah, definitely. We're very particular about the image we portray, like, and I like personally think that the music obviously is like obviously what makes a band amazing, but there's so many other things that go into play into like connecting with an audience beyond the sound, like things like cover art and your socials and just how you're marketing yourself is so important, and it like has to be right. And I think they kind of work together in a way as well, like where the music is better because of it and the image is better because of the music, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys have certainly been busy this year. You dropped your EP, Haunted Faith and Hidden Trust. As I said before, it's great. It sounds awesome, just proper modern metal. Did you see some of these songs were written way back at the beginning, or is there other stuff in the vault?
The the four songs that are on Haunted Faith and Hidden Trust were, I think, the first four like monochrome songs.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so long ago now that they were written.
Yeah, they're like amongst the first batch of songs we had. And we're currently kind of sat on quite a lot of material, just letting it cook, you know.
Yeah. Letting it sit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the closing song, Leave It All Behind, that song, out of all the songs I've heard so far in Melt to the Masses this year, is the one that's just stuck in my head more than any other. That, like, recurring, I guess, chorus melody. It's such an anthem. Did you say that was like one of the first Monochrome songs, that one in particular?
Absolutely, yeah, right in the start. That chorus as well, full credit where it's due. It was written by Zach Sfero.
Okay.
From the Spheros. He writes the most insane catchy hooks like ever. He is so talented. Yeah. And it's stuck in my head all the time still.
Are you on that perpetual quest to write a better hook?
Oh, I couldn't. I can't write a better hook than Zach. He's so good. I just go for like, yeah, weird shit.
Okay, fair enough. So how does it feel to now be in the final for the whole thing?
Really crazy.
Surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, definitely. There's just every band on the lineup now is like just really quite good.
Yeah, 100%. I think like collectively we weren't necessarily expecting to get to the final either. So I think now that we're here, we're a bit like, oh God, like we really need to like sort ourselves out and like get ready for this because it's just such a shock and just being amongst like the other bands in the final as well is just like really quite mind blowing for us because everyone is super talented and like everyone deserves a spot of Bloodstock in our opinion, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. And I will be asking each band this, but you don't have to comment if you do not want to. Is there one finalist in particular that you might be eyeing up as like your big competition?
Genuinely, genuinely, we've been saying like if anyone like but us wins, like it's fair game. Like absolutely everyone everyone deserves to win. Like there would be like absolutely no hard feelings. Like any band
looking at all the bands on the bill, it's like everyone's so tight, everyone's so talented, and just watching the performances just throughout the heats was just like, okay, yeah, these guys are great, you know?
Yeah.
Like
even in our like first heat in our semis, we thought like, you know, like whatever happens, like it's okay. Like because it just everyone is totally amazing. Democratic answer.
No, I mean, no, to be fair, as I said, this year in particular, that's more than fair enough stance because I think it's anyone's game at this point, to be blunt.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is a nice position to be in, I think, for all the bands. It's great to be part of this. It's going to be an awesome night.
It's going to be insane, yeah.
It's really exciting to be there.
Yeah, that's it. That we were saying like the worst part of like being in this competition is that we can't all win. Like we just want everyone to be the winner.
Yeah, that being said though, what would it mean for you guys to play Bloodstock?
Oh my God.
Insane.
I can't,
There would be an opportunity that would just be like unreal.
I can't even really like wrap my head around that even being a possibility in a way. Just insane. Our friends Apathy are playing Bloodstock as well this year, and they won Metal to the Masses in Devon and Cornwall a couple of years ago. And honestly, we'd really just love to go see them play at Bloodstock, but all the tickets are sold out. So we need to go for them as well.
Yeah, I've seen them, I think twice. I saw them at their New Blood show at Bloodstock, which was sick. Then they came back to Bristol next year. Amazing. I did manage to grab a ticket this year, so I'll go tell them Monochrome sent me. There you go. Have you guys ever attended Bloodstock, even as like audience members?
No, sadly not. It's very far away from where I'm from. I'm up from Plymouth originally. So yeah, just for that reason I've not been able to go before.
Yeah, I've always just gone to Download for like a main like big metal festival.
Your mum likes Download, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does it. Yeah, my mum sent me to Download when I was like younger. And we go to like little like sort of more hardcore festivals like Burn It Down and what was it in Plymouth? Southwest Suplex.
Yeah, Southwest Suplex as well. Yeah, I do love like a day festival like inside as well, but I can usually only really manage one big festival. And even then I can't do it every year because it's just so much money, sadly.
Ah, well, if you ever do get to Bloodstock, I have to say it to a lot of people, once you go to Bloodstock, you never go anywhere else.
I know, yeah. Even at download this year, when we were watching some of the heavier bands, we were like, maybe we should have gone to Bloodstock.
Well, I know, as we said, that download lineup this year was pretty fucking sweet. So,
It was great.
anyway, so beyond potentially playing the greatest festival in the country, what does the rest of 2025 have in store for Monochrome?
We've got some really, really exciting shows coming up over the summer. Can't remember what any of them are now I'm saying that.
So we've got Hammer Down Festival in Brighton.
We won a slot at Hammer Down Festival in Brighton, which was absolutely unreal. So really looking forward to that.
Another one in Brighton called Life is Music, headlined by Love is Noise, who are like one of our biggest inspirations as a band, so that's really cool. Where else? There's like Reset Festival in Western Supermare.
Yeah, with Hacktivist.
Activists,
Oh,
Headline.
sweet.
Yeah. We didn't know Hacktivist were headlining until they announced the festival on socials as well. So we were like, what the hell? Yeah. That's just insane.
Yeah, it's wild. It's like playing with a load of bands that I've just been listening to for years. Like,
Yeah.
it feels really
Yeah,
good.
there's like a few firsts for us this summer. We're doing a bit of writing at the moment now that we're done with deadline stress. Can get back to being creative, which is nice. Got some extra time to do that. But yeah, it's the shows that we're really excited for coming up right now.
Yeah, sweet. Congrats with all that, guys. That sounds like an amazing year ahead of you. I might have to come to that I might have to come to that Western show.
It's going to be amazing. Yeah, this to just be missed.
Cool, brilliant. Okay, cool. So we're nearly done, but I like to close these interviews the same way every single time with some random quick fire questions that have nothing to do with anything. You can think as long or as quick as you like. You can fight amongst each other if you want. You do not have to agree. So just some light-hearted questions to see us through to the end. So, first question, circle pit or wall of death?
Oh, Wall of Death.
Wall of Death.
Yeah.
I do like Wall of Death as well.
Breakdown or sing along?
Breakdown.
Breakdown. I feel like for us that's kind of like I can't really say anything but breakdown. That'd be going against our whole thing.
Fair.
Absolutely. I don't think we have a song without a breakdown.
No.
And usually the breakdown is like the same length as the chorus, if not like a little bit longer.
Longer sometimes, yeah.
Let's bring it back lower and slower.
Yeah, even the sad songs.
Yeah.
They got to have a breakdown. It's what we do.
Sad songs of a different kind of breakdown.
Yeah.
Cool. Guitar solo or drum solo?
As a drummer, I'd say guitar solo.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd say drums though.
I hated solo.
No, fair enough.
I'm gonna say guitar solo as well.
I would say guitar solo, yeah.
Fair enough. Performing or recording?
I'm gonna say performing.
Performing for me. Yeah.
Recording
I
is
don't
stressful
Just
for
feels
me.
like
When
against-
recording goes well,
When recording goes well, it's fun.
I think it's like really special.
Yeah.
And I get such bad anxiety like performing as well. Sometimes I just don't forget to enjoy myself basically.
I think I get
don't know.
more anxiety recording personally.
When recording goes bad,
Yeah.
performing.
Really
There's nothing worse than a day of like bad recording.
a bad session in the studio.
Yeah. But when it's right, it's right.
Yeah, sure. Next one. Favorite band / artist?
Ooh.
For me right now it's Meshuggah.
Yeah.
But it's changing all the time.
You guys?
Oh, I don't know if I can say.
No, you can say.
Well, I really like the Beatles.
Nothing wrong with that.
Josh is not a
Yeah, well, I kind
natural
of,
metalhead.
well, I met Al before uni, and I was very heavily into psych rock and folk and stuff. I liked Deftones and stuff like that, like lighter metal stuff. Then Al showed me hardcore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Your favourite band?
Probably Loathe. My favorite band's been Loathe for years now. They're just amazing. Yeah, really good songwriting.
Mine kind of changes like the wind. At the minute, I'd probably say Spirit Box.
Nice.
Good choice.
Yeah, good shout. Favorite movie?
Mine's Saw. The original Saw, obviously.
I think I'm gonna go Hereditary. personally.
That's a shout.
I don't know, maybe Dazed and Confused.
Back on your psychedelic stuff.
I really don't know. Um, I watched Kingsman the other night. That was good.
Yeah, that's a good movie to be fair. Cool.
Good mixing.
Yeah, yeah. Summer or winter?
Winter.
I'm a winter boy.
Yeah, I'm winter.
I much prefer the summer.
Hey, there you go. I'm a summer person as well. Wait for it to get too hot though, and then I'll say winter. Fantasy or sci-fi?
Ooh,
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Yeah, fantasy.
yeah, I think so.
I love sci-fi as well though.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, fantasy all the way.
Sweet. Modern metal or traditional metal?
I'm a modern metal guy. Cool. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, both for me. I really couldn't choose. I just I couldn't
Where's the
choose.
border of? I'm really bad at.
Let's say pre-2000, post-2000.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, pre-2000. I'd say poet. I'm a modern
You're
metal now.
modern,
I'm
yeah.
modern. I only started getting into metal properly about 5 years ago. So I I think my first band was like Tesseract or something like
Mm.
that because I got really into prog for a bit. So
Drums.
drum,
Yeah.
drum.
Fair enough, fair enough. Final question. Favorite Monochrome song?
I mean, I'd say unreleased ones.
You can if you want.
We've got a song called Dropping Teeth.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite.
I do love Dropping Teeth.
Yeah.
I think mine is actually Metallic Taste, which is our least streamed song.
Actually, I think Still Suffering. Is
Yeah.
my
That's a
favourite.
banger.
Yeah, the black metal era.
Yeah.
I have the most fun playing Tangled Chain. I think that was
That's fun.
really.
It's got like good like crowd perception
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
Cool, fantastic. I love Bones. That's one of my favorites.
I
Really,
love those. Yeah.
really like that one. Cool.
Thank
So, no worries. That's all I've got. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for
Yes,
having
thank you
us.
very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I'll just reiterate for everyone watching, the Metal to the Masses final in Bristol is on July 13th. Please check out that link down below to get tickets if you've not done so already. They are going fast. It's going to be a sellout probably, so move quickly if you don't want to miss it. Thank you, Monochrome, for joining me. Thank you all for watching. Go listen to some amazing heavy metal, and I'll see you in the next video.